And we're live! Hey folks, Robert Lee here, the executive video producer and founder of ShaLaLaLa Productions, where we create marketing videos, as well as providing live streaming services, specific focus in the education and the medical field, with especially in pop culture. And I'm here with
Matt Haas. Hi everyone. I have YouTube channels, quite a few of them. I help people be awesome on YouTube by making searchable videos people will actually watch. That's what I do. Hello, hello. Oh, Driveway Workshop with Jim Bashirs is here. Hi, Jim Bashirs.
Hey, Jim. So yeah, I thought before we jump right into the topic about Notion, thought I'd see what's going on with you, Matt. How are things going for you?
Better than ever. I am pumping out the content like nobody's business, keeping busy, growing my audiences across my many YouTube channels. I got some odd camera placements here. I've been working on a piano video that soon going to come out. And
nice.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff. I have something in the works too.
Oh, okay.
Maybe something I want to run by you, see what you think of a new idea I'm going to have. But we can get to that when it makes sense. How are you? What have you been up to?
Well, I know I mentioned it last week, and I've been trying to get the word out of the video production budgeting guideline that we had posted last week and rolled out. So just been excited to be able to share that. It's just I think just a great thing to have for those that are just starting out in the video production business, not really sure what to charge, as well as for those that are just trying to come up with a budget for their video production, whether they're not in the video production business. And so it's just a great tool, and just been excited to be able to have that out there, and just know that it's a resource that they can use. Let me see if I can find the here it is.
Got the link. Oh yeah.
And yep, I'll post a link again in the chat box. But yeah, it's just something I've just been really excited about. So
I love free resources. You got links where people can get that?
I do.
In the description?
I will. It's in the YouTube description and in the Facebook description. I'll be sure to put in the chat box in case people don't see that. I know that can happen. Cool. I know there's a lot of things that I don't see. It's right in front of me, so I'm guilty of that too.
I get it. You want to hear my idea?
Yes,
I'd like to get your quick opinion before we jump in.
Sure.
Okay. I am thinking about, I haven't decided if I'm going to do it, but I'm thinking about doing a free workshop for YouTubers. Okay. And it'll be a light touch type of topic where whoever RSVPs, I'll do a Zoom call.
Ooh.
And I will focus on the YouTube homepage, everything on the YouTube homepage. It won't go deep dive into content strategies. Like I can go way deep, but it's just going to be a light touch, and we'll fix up people's banners, we'll fix up their social links, we'll fix up their about paragraph, we'll fix up all of how they have their playlists laid out. I think it's something I could do with a large group of people, maybe take 45 minutes to an hour, jump in, jump out, and it would be totally for free. What do you think of that?
Sounds pretty cool and pretty ambitious. It's just, I mean, I can imagine with a Zoom call, they'll be like banging on the doors, just like, hey, I got a question, blah, blah, blah. And it'd be like,
well, I mean, I would do some housekeeping and try and do some protocols, but group coaching is a big thing, and I think I could probably give it a whirl. So I'm thinking about that. So if you want to know more about that, if and when it happens, jump on over to allthingsyoutube.com and sign up for my email list. I have an email list at the bottom right-hand corner of that website. Go check it out and get on the list, and I'll let you know.
And
okay.
Looks like before we get into it, I believe we have a question here from our good friend. This is not coming through. Sorry. Good friend. Oh, sorry about that. Try this again. What's going on with this? We had a question here from Love Audio Productions, our good friend Paul.
Yeah. I don't know what's happening there. it should work the way you expect it to work, especially on YouTube, because he does explicitly say YouTube. Love Audio Production, that's Paul Weber. Hi, Paul. Hope the move went well. He says, when I set a reminder of when to watch something on YouTube, how come it doesn't go live on the original link, like every time? It should. It should. If you set a reminder, you'll get a push notification. And if you follow the push notification, it should take you right to the play page of whatever it is you wanted to be reminded of. Unless the creator started that session and then quit and then launched a new piece of content, a new stream or a new premiere. So maybe the creator blew up and disintegrated the original link and maybe gave you something else. I don't know, but it should work the way that you're expecting it to work. And take screen grabs of it not working the next time it fails, and maybe I can analyze it by looking at specifically what you're seeing, because it should work the way you're working. Thank you for the question. We encourage any question about video production and live streaming throughout the show.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you, Paul Weber.
Thanks, Paul. All right, so with that ado, and all right, where'd it go? Sorry about that. Didn't mean to do like play. Go, where is everything? Let's get into the topic of today.
Do you like sushi?
Okay, Matt. The floor is yours. Let's hear all about Notion there.
Excellent. Well, Notion is a productivity tool, and it's free. And I want to thank Cat Mulvihill. She gave a little free Zoom powwow to a couple streamers, and I was one of them, and I got instantly hooked. So thank you for taking the time on a Saturday, I think it was, to teach a couple people how to use this tool, and I instantly took right to it. So her link is in the description of YouTube, and it will soon be over on the Facebook page after we close the session, but it'll be there. Anyway, Notion. So it's an online database. This thing is solving 3 business processes for my content creation business. 3. Uno, dos, tres. And it's kind of like single data entry, 3 solutions. It's amazing. Okay, I have a little demonstration I can show you of how I'm using this tool. And then I'm going to show you the tool. I'm going to show you the tool last, but I'm going to quickly show you visually what it's helping me do as a content creator and to be a better content creator. It's really awesome. Okay, so I'm sharing here. Let me flippy do over to here. Oh yeah, look at that. Fabam. You see that? Excellent. All right. So first thing it's helping me do, to-do lists. So I'm going to have to-do lists for planning, to-do lists for pre-publishing. That's everything to do before the video goes live, all of the actions that you need to take care of and not forget. And then post-publishing, marketing. So it's an online to-do list. That's pretty cool. Second business process it's helping me to solve, and this is major. I've been wanting to do this part for you, and this kind of only affects me. It doesn't really help. It's not outwardly facing, but it's a big deal. This is where's all my stuff. I have 7 external drives and my internal drive on my computer. I have so the locations of things, like where my actual project files are. It's going to be like, that's the first bullet. Second bullet is where in Final Cut Pro is the project. Final Cut Pro has 3 main objects, a library, an event, and a project. I need to know exactly what those are. Not kind of what they are, explicitly what they are. Like what's the exact name of those 3 objects? And then where are my critical files? I often say, where's that MP3 I published? Or where's the JPEG of my thumbnail? Or most importantly, where's the Photoshop file of my thumbnail? So this helps me solve that. And then the third thing, and this is definitely public facing, public lists. I now have lists of all my stuff available to the world, showing my entire back catalog of all 4 of my YouTube channels. It also has a screen that shows all my upcoming live shows. And then there's static pages too, like about, contact, social, support, just like a regular web page. So these are the 3 business areas that this tool is helping me solve. And it's literally, I do data entry once and I get these 3 features automatically. It's crazy. Okay, let me show you. All right, so now I'll flip back over to the screen share. Ooh, look at that. Boom. Hide that and come over to Notion. All right. So here's a fun screen that you can get your head around real quickly. This is my future live shows screen. This is public too. You can go on allthingsyoutube.com, scroll to the bottom, and there'll be a link to this, and you can view this publicly. As a matter of fact, I will go to the public share page and do an incognito window. This is how the public will see it. There's no left navigation. Look at how there's a navigation over here. That's when I'm logged in. But we'll play along here. So this is what the public can see. These are all the shows that are happening today or in the future. So this is where I'm going to be, and I'm not only on. I'm on all of these different channels and more. There's more channels than just this. I'm going to start a segment on Casey, anybody listening live, and Venture Forward. So I'm going to start making regular appearances over there. My Mind Equals Blown. Here's our show, Robert. So this is anywhere I'm going to be in the future. And if you want to go to one of these places, you just click the open link, opens it right up. And now I can like Brenda's, it makes me sign in, but anyway, it's all right there. Then look at this. I've got this awesome navigation on the bottom here. Give you a little quick preview about that. And then all of these will take you to my other channels. Now, this isn't live streaming in the future like the last one. These are all published content. So this is everything at a glance. This is my entire channel going back to 2019. Every video I've ever done on this particular channel. Same thing. You want to go to that video, call it right up. There it is. And I've got All Things YouTube. So here's my All Things YouTube. I didn't catalog all of these, but you get the idea. And then Awesome Wood Things, I just have one. This is the thing I'm going to do last. So yeah, and Awesome Fun Things too. People rarely know I have this channel, and I've got a lot of stuff on this channel. Some lives too. See how I have it commingled between, and then the third thing on my slide was the social pages, or these are just static pages. These are all my properties and every link I have for a particular web property. This is how to contact me, my public contact information, all of my email addresses, my physical mailing address, personal Facebook page, my personal site. How you can donate. Say, Matt, we love your free content. Well, great. Here's how you can throw a couple dollars my way, or you can buy stuff. Buy stuff, and it's same price for you. I catch a few pennies with affiliates. And then if you just don't know what this site is, I put a little sentence here as to what I'm doing here, and a little bit about me, all of my credentials and stuff like that. So these are the public-facing areas of, and this is all for free. Like I get this automatically, and Notion itself is a free service. You don't have to pay for it. You can pay to upgrade and get other team members, but I'm rocking my business solo. Like if If I want team members, it's $50 a year. Like that's hardly anything. But still, like I literally don't need to pay for the upgrade. I'm just rocking the free plan, and it's forever free. Now, hey, Portal Woodworks is here. Hi, Portal. As always, I am watching the YouTube chat. If you're watching Verbose Wednesday on a different platform, as a co-host, I only see the YouTube comments. So I'm not ignoring you, but it's just the way it is. Okay, let me show you inside of Notion. It's going to blow you away. Okay, so now I closed my incognito window, and now I have all of my stuff. And these are simply just the pages that you've seen, except for this one and except for that one. So those are kind of not public, but they sort of kind of are public. So this is the main beast right here. So I have a database called content, and I've got, here's something I'm working on for Awesome Wood Things. Okay, so I'm working on a movie poster sound absorption panel.
Nice.
And I can go, it's going to be really sweet.
Yeah.
So here's just an exploded look, but look down here. Here is my checklist. Blow a couple of this up. So I have planning and pre-publish. So the keyword analysis and draft the outline project plan. A lot of times for woodworking, I do like a line art drawing in real size, so I know what to cut out. So that's more like a project plan. But if I'm doing like a YouTube video, I'll draft my bullet points like that, and then keyword analysis, and then some pre-published steps, and then some post-published steps. It keeps me on track so I don't miss anything, because I don't just post to a video service, YouTube, and then go away. No, I put it on Twitter and Instagram and Patreon, put a blog entry, send out an email newsletter, blah, blah, blah. Like, I do a lot of stuff. And this I kind of ganged up into one thing: the title, description, keywords, cards, end screens. Like, that's all obvious, when you're getting ready to publish. So this is like the content creation marketing blurb. So it's all kind of nested in there. But check it out. So I've got these controlled vocabularies for the status. So every entry goes through from beginning to end, and things that are published make it out to those published pages. Those pages I gave you a little tour of. If any entry is blue, orange, or red, it doesn't show up. The date, published URL, the channel. Again, I've got all of these channels that I play on. More coming. Robert, I'm way too all over the internet. And then if it's
hey, you gotta have
video,
a good digital
podcast,
footprint.
I know. I'm crazy. I'm trying. So these are my different content types, and then this. Where is my stuff? Here we go. So these are all my options. I have my 5 terabyte drive, my 8 terabyte drive, the internal drive, and then my new 8. And I've got a 3 terabyte drive and a 2 terabyte drive. I didn't list them yet because I haven't gone back that far. So I just put that there for now. And then this is the exact name of the asset. So if I ever needed to find that asset, that is the exact name that I can find across, well, wherever it is. This particular one is on the internal drive. And same thing with the thumbnail name. Look at this. So I've got both the published JPEG name and the Photoshop file name. Now, you can see I have a naming convention. Like, I try and do smart things. Like ATY, All Things YouTube. Piano Awesome is PA. I try and be organized, but one of these, there's something really minor looking, but it's actually pretty major.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find it. Let me do a search or do a filter. Add a filter, thumbnail name contains 2.jpg. Yeah, there we go. Okay, look at this. This is actually, well, it's not the one I wanted. It does this. 2. Where's the other one? Okay, let me go to that one. Okay. Now you're going to think this is no big deal. It's a big deal. This particular asset has the Photoshop name New Analytics Channel Growth Thumb.psd, but look at the JPEG name New Analytics Channel Growth Thumb 2. See how it's different? So if I wanted to reuse that thumbnail for something, without this tool, I would go to New Analytics Channel Growth Thumb.jpg, which would be the wrong asset because there is a difference. So that I made a last minute tweak. So that doesn't seem, and this was on, what was this on? This was on a video in All Things YouTube. Let me clear my filter. Get rid of that. Okay, now we're back to the big boy. Here's the folder name of my asset on the computer, and then here's the FileMaker Pro library, the FileMaker Pro event, and the FileMaker Pro project. And look how similar they are. AT1, you know, this is the same over here, and this is the same over here, but appended with -proj. That's what I try and do. But if you look down, sometimes I don't. Sometimes it's a little different, especially on my older stuff. Like almost all of them follow that convention with this .proj suffix, but it's not always the case. Anyway, here, I'll tell you what, these probably, yeah, look, these are all different. So this is not following the same convention. So this, if I were to try and find this asset in Final Cut Pro, these would be more difficult because it's not, I'm now actually having multiple projects in one event. This is all like kind of dry stuff. And then I've got the thumbnail. I put the thumbnail in there too. So you can see the thumbnail. And if you come out to the public pages, you can click on the thumbnail and then you can see like a little bigger blurb of the actual thumbnail. And so what I do is when I'm building out a project, like this is one in backlog, so I don't have the published URL. Like, hello, I didn't shoot the video yet, I didn't edit it, I didn't create it yet, so of course that's empty. I certainly didn't publish it. So this stuff gets filled out as I move through planning and development and then eventually published. And when it is filled out, ipso facto, automatically, fa-bam, it lands where it's supposed to land.
Nice.
Because this filter, I have, this page is only All Things YouTube channel, only stuff that is before tomorrow. So in other words, it's today or in the past. That's what that's saying. The status is published. Remember I said if it was anything other than published, it's not going to show up. That
right.
Traps it. And then I wanted to also make sure the published URL is not empty. So I didn't want to put something out here public. Oh, I want to click on that, and then there's nothing to click on. So
right.
like that's the logic I have there. This logic's a little bit different because this doesn't trap. Notice I don't have my 4 channels here. It's indiscriminate, any channel. So the absence of filtering by channel means all channels will flood into this. And this is all only live streams that are, you know, today or past, on or after tomorrow. And I have different headers as you move around, all with the same green background because the green ties all my properties together as a strategy, a business strategy. Like even though there's no green in this, I always represent my logo on this green background. And again, how much am I paying for this? Nothing. I pay nothing for this. And it's all online. Listen, I have built relational databases my entire life. I was using FileMaker Pro, which is a desktop database. You could do the same thing in FileMaker Pro, but you have to define every relationship. It's a very tedious thing to say, what's the matching field over on these two, and is it one-to-one, one-to-many? It's very complicated. To do the drop-down menus, you have to define. There's a process to get everything the correct type of pick list. Notion, it's click and go. Like, it's push button simple. And I also designed identical systems from the ground up with code on the web with PHP and MySQL backend databases. That you've got to write every pixel. Like, you've got to draw every screen. You've got to do all the stuff in FileMaker Pro that I described. Like, it's so to make this system, it took me a week. This was a week of a couple hours a day, and I threw all of this together. If I were to do this with FileMaker Pro, it'll probably take me 3 weeks. If I was to do this with PHP from the ground up, it would probably take me a quarter, like 3 months. It's so simple to use, and there's so many resources for Notion. If you're not sure what to do or how a relationship works or how to organize your data, because it's actually a little more complicated than what you've seen. You go back to this, because there's actually multiple tables. So the way So we were in content. I also have location, thumbnail, and published media. Like I set this up a little differently. So under here, we've got our location table, which is internal, and then here's a special thumbnail, because these can have many to one. So like you can see, this is just a little complicated, but this is the same published asset. Why G-Shock is awesome. Why G-Shock is awesome. And so I have two assets. I have a JPEG and a working file. So you can get more complicated structures, but essentially for this lesson, it's one row in Excel type of thing. And frankly, no one cares what my .move name is. No one cares what my .jpeg thumbnail name is. No one cares what my Final Cut Pro architecture is or my folder name, but I care. I care a lot, because I'm always saying, oh, I did that one cool thumbnail with that one effect. How did I layer that in Photoshop? I want to do that again. And then I have trouble searching and stumbling and trying, like, oh, well, I know I named it with ATY for all things YouTube. So I start looking at all my ATY stuff, and then I'm like, oh, it was probably named this. It's all here now. It's all on Notion with exact copy and paste of file names. It is a file management dream come true. And look, I'm giving all these public lists away for free for the public to use, and they can bookmark this. Where's Matt going to be this week? I'm going to go to his Notion page. Oh, he's going to be on ShaLaLaLa Productions. He's going to be on Brenda G's Designs. He's going to be on Casey Anybody Listening Live. He's going to be on Venture Forward. That way, if there's like a super fan that wants everything Matt, not many out there, but there could be. Like that's how you can follow. Hey, Kilroy's Odessa Woodworking and Maker Shop is here. That's my friend Al Forte. Hi, Al.
Yep, Al was on.
Al is all about the databases. He's a teacher. He teaches tech. He knows about tech. How are you, Al? Good to see you, my friend. You had me at sound absorption. Yeah, love audio production. Get on my Notion and find that video and watch the video. It's right there. And I'm sorry, to get it, you've got to go here. Let me show you how to get an easy link to my Notion, because I'm such a bad co-host. I didn't put it in the show notes. What you'll do is you'll go to allthingsyoutube.com, and then you go the whole way to the bottom. And down here, there's a little blurb. Missed something? Matt's Notion page shows everything that was posted on the interwebs. And then click that. And that'll get you into the hierarchy here. I'll put you on my future live show. Here, let me drop it in the chat. Okay, I dropped it in the chat. And then from there, Paul, you would go over to Awesome Wood Things. So click this Awesome Wood Things link. And then there's my sound absorption panel, and then click the open link here under the pub URL. Click that guy. Easy peasy, a lemon squeeze. So there you go. That's Notion. Isn't it cool? I love relational databases, and I love knowing where all my crap is. And the to-do list. Like I had little to-do lists like this that kind of help you do all the YouTube and all the post-publishing stuff. Cleaned it all up. Now it's in Notion. I'm rocking and rolling, baby.
Nice. Yeah, because like I was researching that, and I knew like it was good for organizations, like if you had like teams and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
when you mentioned you were using it for your shows, I'm like, oh man, how are you gonna do that? So that's pretty cool how you can have everything organized with your shows and just like for where people can find you, as well as like if they want to like that they'll know what's the best way to do that. So I mean you get a lot for the free account. I mean unless you're like, I guess if you upgrade the account, it'd be like if you had like a bigger team or something like that. That's the only thing I could see.
It is, yeah. Team members. Well, we'll go out to Notion and take a look. But you get team members when you start paying $50 a year. They'll allow Google to index it. So if I wanted all my Notion pages to show up on search engines, like that would be part of it. Notion SO cost. Let me find it on the web here. Here we go. Is that it? Nope, that's not it. I'm going to share in a second. Here we go. And get back on my screen share. There you go. So these are the plans. You know, literally, like I don't think I'll ever leave personal. I mean, unless I get guests. Oh, well, you do get 5. Okay, so I guess if you need more than 5, then you would upgrade to here. And then there's like SLA stuff over here where they'll like, you know, it's guaranteed not to go down, 99.9999% uptime, blah, blah, blah. Collaborative workspace. Like I was on, what was that Ruby on Rails Basecamp. Like I used Basecamp. That was a wiki for teams, management, to task lists and things like that, where you can check in and check out and assign tasks to someone else to do, and they would check it off. So I was on Basecamp and Trello. Trello is another type of thing that's similar to Notion, but Notion gives you access to the underlying databases that you can set up yourself, because Trello does things the Trello way, and Basecamp does things the Basecamp way. Notion can mimic Trello and Basecamp, but then you can do your own stuff. Like you can program it yourself. So it gives you the most flexibility. And I've never seen a system handle databases so effortlessly. Like there's no coding necessary. You barely have to understand data architecture to even use the thing. You just have to, it's just a few simple concepts, and all the complexity is hidden with Notion. And all the features are front and center, push button easy. Like I'm blown away that the system even exists. I'm like, why didn't I think of this? Like I should have come up with the Notion, anyway. I love it. So I'm all in. And I just bought FileMaker. Well, I've had older versions of FileMaker my entire career, but I just bought like the brand new version. $500 is for FileMaker. One-time purchase. It's not a repeating cost.
Right.
But so anyway, I'm all in on Notion. So that's it, and that's how you can be a better content creator with it. So, yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
So I can't help but ask, but when you first heard about Notion, like what was the first thing that surprised you the most of what Notion can do for you?
Well, when I first heard about it, I was just using it as a to-do list, and it wasn't that good. Mm-hmm. Like I didn't really. But if the question is, what did you think after Cat Mulvihill showed it to me?
Yes.
That was the whole. I was like, oh, hold on a second. I was like, now I get it. Because I was using something out of the box. Like, because it comes with to-do lists that are pre-configured. And it was it was like any other to-do list, and I just didn't go back to it enough, and it wasn't as front and center as I thought. And but now that I realize the power of it, like I set this up, like what I created is perfect for me. Like it is exactly what I need. But that's what I need is not going to be the same for you, you know? So it's like, so when I was using when I was using just Notion as a to-do list, because I didn't know it could do so much more, and when I was using Trello and Basecamp, it's like, yeah, it was good, but it wasn't exactly the way it needed to be. This is exactly the way it needs to be, and it costs nothing. I can't get over it. So, yeah, to answer your question, I was blown away because Cat was saying, well, you can do this, this, and this. And I was like, oh, wait, when you do that, is it also doing that persistent to all the different records? She goes, yeah, you only do it once. I'm like, that's great. Like, I was getting really excited on things that you probably shouldn't get excited about because I know what you would have to do to program that from the ground up. Like, you do things once, and it's just, it applies itself everywhere it needs to apply. When you're coding the web, you've got to stick it everywhere. I was just like, come on, let's do it. Now it does what it does, and it does what it does very well. I mean, you don't have pixel level control. Like, so it's not, Notion is not like a web page where you have pixel level control over everything. You kind of have to, you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. Yeah, you can size things differently, but you really can't. It's not like you're using Dreamweaver and you're designing an HTML page and you could put everything exactly. It's not quite like that, but it doesn't need to be. Like, I need a way to show the public where I'm going to be streaming week to week. Boom, it does it. What I like my table rules to be purple rather than gray. I can't control that. Oh, boo-hoo. Like, I'm not going to not use Notion because I want purple borders on my tables rather than gray. Like, I'll take the gray. Fine, I'll use the gray. So, yeah, no, yeah, I was psyched. To answer your question, I was blown away because. And I knew it. And, I'm coming at it from someone who knows data architecture. I've built corporate systems. I've built databases to manage production, to manage accounts payable, receivable, track vacation, the whole, like so I was asking questions on how Notion can do things rather than just absorbing what she was showing me. Like, I was 10 steps ahead. I was like, yes. Can it do this? Can it do that? Can it do that? She's like, yes. And it can also do this. I was like, wow. Anyway, I'm all in. I'm all in on Notion.
Hey, I mean, when you can do all that stuff, I mean, it's always good that when it's all on, dare I say, on fire with everything you need to do. And not leave you in the cold.
Oh, man.
Couldn't resist. Well, that's pretty cool. I mean, for me,
gone is our spreadsheets. This is spreadsheet on steroids, but yeah.
Yeah. Especially for those that are catching us now. You can catch the replay of Matt's demonstration. But, I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, I love it for how you can organize. I think my favorite part was just you can have all the information on your shows, either going on now or when the next show is, for people to catch out. Because, like, it's with everything that's out there, it's always hard to know, like, when you're going on and stuff. So it's good to have it all in one central area. I was going to say TV guide, but I think people will be like, what?
Dude, I'm telling you, it's nice. I manage that one table. I'm in that content table, and then all those other screens, my Awesome Wood Things screen, my All Things YouTube screen, Piano Awesome, Awesome Fun Things, the future stream, all of that updates automatically. Like, I'm not pushing anything. I just tinker with that one table, and those filters are there. Oh, there's another All Things YouTube that's published that has a URL. I'm going to show it. It just does it automatically. So, real time. The world is real time now. If a tool's not real time, it's garbage. That's yesterday's news. It's real time. Yeah.
Oh man, but that's so
psyched.
cool.
So that's what I got for you, Robert. That's what I got for you, Verbose Wednesday audience. Notion. I'm totally digging it. Cat is all into it. Look her up, and she's starting to. She may even do a purchasable product where she is going to do like a Notion for content creators template that you could buy from her, and
nice.
then you can enable her template.
That'd be
Because
cool.
that's another thing. Everything that's out there, the author can turn it on to be copyable. So you can copy my framework and put it into your own.
That's good. I mean,
now, I've locked all that down on mine because I'm an SOB, but and again,
SOB in a different sense, folks.
Well, I think it really only applies to me, because I'm
you're Matt.
I have a unique need with a unique video editing software it's just like I don't know if it would fit, but anyway, yeah. So she's going to work on a paid product where you can give her a couple bucks, and then you can have her Notion databases and front-facing screens set up the way that she set it up. Drop in your corporate logo, and boom, you're ready to go.
Yeah, and in the YouTube description, we'll try to throw it up on the Facebook description of Kat's website and her YouTube channel, so you can check out for any additional videos of other things that she's got posted, as well as what's going on her website. So that's pretty cool.
And like I said, there's unlimited training resources. She's not the only one out there. I just wanted to give her a shout out because she really helped me for free. Well, I was so thankful. I bought her a cup of coffees through the Buy Me a Coffee because she didn't even ask for it. I'm like, how do I send you money? This is really hard to find. How to send? She goes, oh, here in this one corner of the internet, you click that link and then you. I'm like, oh, okay. You put that front and center, Cat. Come on. But anyway, there's a lot. Just search YouTube, Notion to do X, Y, or Z, and you'll get all kinds of to-do videos. Yeah, for sure. But do check Kat out. She's pretty awesome.
Yep, exactly. All right. Well, since we said at the start of the show that it's all about Notion, and I don't believe we have any questions from the audience, but for those that just tuned in now, you can check the replay again, just to be able to see the awesome demonstration that Matt had said, and just firsthand experience of Notion. So, and I'll try to refrain from making any Smokey Robertson types of pun. But I would say that before we wrap up, any final thoughts you want to share, whether it's Notion or anything else that's going on with you?
Well, just get in on my email newsletter so you'll be first to know about my free workshop. Here.
I'm just blowing it up here. Okay.
So you can go to my website, allthingsyoutube.com, scroll down, and then here's how you can sign up for my email newsletter. Is that what I said before? My email newsletter. Get subscribed to my email newsletter, and I will let you know when and if I launch that free YouTube workshop, which will spruce up the front page of your channel homepage. I think it'd be a good light touch thing I can do to interact with a handful of students and get everyone's YouTube channel looking good. So that's what I would say. That's what I got coming up.
Nice. And for me, and I mentioned from the top of the show, it was just that excited to be able to roll out the video production business guideline, which is this thing over here. The links in the in the chat, as well as in the description in Facebook and YouTube, for those that are interested to reserve your copy. When you reserve your copy, you also be joining our mailing list there too, which will give you nice updates of what's going on with ShaLaLaLa, as well as any tips that we be able to pass on. So pretty excited about that. So yeah, so big things going on with both of us, which is always pretty cool. And I don't know. Well, I guess for next week, as we get closer to next week, we'll know what we're talking about. which is par for the course, folks.
When's our next one? The
so
5th?
Our next one is the 5th. Just that with the new schedule, we've been doing it for the first 3 Wednesdays. each month. So that's, as Matt accurately pointed out, the 5th. And I'm glad he mentioned that just as a reminder for the other program, Verbose Perspective, which is tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard, 5:30 Central, 4:30 Pacific, with me and James Hicks, where we're going to be actually talking with Grace Duffy, who's the virtual event manager at Restream. So I know it's going to be an interesting show, considering I think with another program that James they were having some interesting challenges with Restream. So I think he might actually have some questions for her. So that'll be interesting, along with other stuff that we'll talk about relating to live stream and what's going on with her. So lots of interesting and fun things going on. And almost forgot to mention. Let me pull this up before I forget. Early in the week, just introducing the idea of another fun way to collaborate, and that's just giving a shout out to other folks that we either know or connected to, of types of programs going on. So whenever I do like a verbose teaser of shows, it's always neat to be able to give a shout out to other colleagues we either work with, or be able to let people know of Matt's program, which I believe every Mondays at 6:55 p.m. is when all things YouTube's on. And I know there's a couple other programs I'm blanking out with you and Brenda G and some others, but for those that are interested, that need a shout out, just give me a heads up. I know I had a few folks reaching out to me, so when we do a next teaser, we'll be able to do that. So it's just fun ways to be able to support each other's creative endeavors, as well as a unique spin to be able to market your shows and stuff. So actually, that's probably maybe a topic for another time. But anyway, that's I thought I'd just share with that. So that's it for me, and I know we got Matt's final thoughts. So as where does this sound? I think we're all set. We're just gonna wrap up. So again, folks that want to reach out to you, Matt, like, what's the best way they can contact you?
All my links are here. allthingsyoutube.com.
Yep. And we've got the information in the description too. So we got you covered, Matt. So
Excellent. Or go to my Notion. All my contact information's on Notion.
I got to work on my sister to tee you up with Notion there. So all right, folks. I guess that's going to do it. So again, thanks, Fall, for watching us live. And anything, as always, if anyone's got a question, just leave a comment in the chat or the posts, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. But for Verbose Wednesday, I've been Rob, and
I'm Matt. Ring the bell.
Oh, I knew I forgot something. I should have get the bell audio next time. I'll have to tee it up next time. But so our next episode is May 5th. So till then, you can catch the replay of this and other episodes in the meantime to tie you over. And I gotta hit the buttons. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. So we will catch you guys later. Thanks, Matt. It's been fun, and
Thanks, Robert.
we'll catch everyone soon.